Welcome to the Sages of Industry podcast with your host, Lynne Brodie. With 30 plus years of Fortune 20 experience, Lynne specializes in strategic activation flow for cognitive peak potential. Each episode features conversations with leaders who have built products and services that simultaneously serve clients, engage employees, and solve real-world problems. Will you be the next global change maker? Subscribe for the latest episodes, and don't miss Lynne's monthly solo series, The Ripple Effect, designed to activate your flow zone for imagination, innovation, and measurable impact. Now let's join Lynne and today's extraordinary guest.
Hi, I'm Lynne Brodie, and welcome to Sages of Industry podcast, where I usually talk with leaders that bring outstanding innovations to the world. I also do a solo series called The Ripple Effect. And in The Ripple Effect lately, I've been doing a Future Leader series. And that's where we're going to continue today from last week's Future Leader series. As with last week's episode, where I went over in detail how my special abilities help leaders in several areas, this week we're going to go deeper into the perception group. Before we do that, as a future leader, ask yourself, where is complexity increasing faster than my ability to respond? What decisions feel heavier than they should? What challenges keep repeating despite multiple interventions? What signals are emerging that we may be overlooking? Apply each question to the next area. So leadership begins with perception. Within my abilities in this segment begins with pattern recognition, strategic foresight, systems awareness, and emotional calibration. The gifts and abilities given to me, and some of them within just this subsection that we're going to talk about today, are pattern recognition as a strategic asset to see what continually emerges and blocks the path, strategic foresight as an early advantage to anticipate future scenarios, systems awareness to read below organizational dynamics, emotional calibration, sensing momentum shifts, and cognitive mirroring to make decisions under uncertainty. Oops, I got a little tongue-tied there. Today, we're going to focus on the first in the perception group, pattern recognition. Pattern recognition as a strategic asset is the ability to identify recurring dynamics beneath visible events. Yet most organizations respond to isolated incidents. Advanced leaders recognize repeated structures. Can you? There are things like misalignment across teams, changing priorities, communication breakdowns, decision delays. What most leaders miss is not information. They miss the pattern. I see them long before they become glaring. Patterns reveal hidden constraints, repeating behaviors, systemic bottlenecks, unresolved tensions. When leaders learn to identify patterns or consult with me, they stop treating symptoms and start changing outcomes. That's important. That's extremely important. Pattern recognition shifts leadership from reactive to strategic intervention. As you try to identify what prevents you from moving forward from anything like ideation, innovation, invention, coding, product or service creation to launch, look beyond the individual events and ask yourself this. What keeps repeating? Where have we seen this before? Which problems return despite different solutions? What assumptions continue to shape decisions? Patterns often reveal themselves through repetition. The goal is to observe what remains constant while circumstances change. I have the gift of seeing the path ahead before it reveals itself, thus getting you to creation and market faster. So reach out at lynne@lynnebrodie.com That's Lynne at LYNNEBRODIE.com. I'd love to help you, your team, and your organization. Strategic flow activation helps leaders identify the hidden patterns influencing execution, innovation, and organizational momentum. Because once leaders see the pattern, they can change the trajectory. Pattern recognition is the foundation of strategic foresight, which we'll discuss next week. The next step is learning how to recognize where those patterns are leading before the future becomes obvious. For even more detail, you can go to my website's blog at lynnebrodie.com/blog. That's LYNNEBRODIE.com/blog to learn more. It includes an execution scenario, strategic insight, practical application, case study example, reflection questions, and of course, strategic flow activation sections in the weekly article covering each of the Future Leaders series. And take action. Contact me to work with me to tap into my abilities to assist you at lynnebrodie.com. Again, that's LYNNE at LYNNEBRODIE.com. I hope you found this week's Ripple Effect Future Leader series helpful. If you did, please subscribe, like, and share with others that may find it useful and may get some insights from the series. You can also hear me on, we're hosted at Libsyn. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, Amazon Music, and YouTube. You can find me on YouTube at Lynne Brodie International channel. Thanks for listening today. If you want to tap into your genius zone and need help doing so, go to my website, lynnebrodie.com, to get my contact information, although I've provided it previously here today. I'm known for activating in you a model of leadership. Please forward, subscribe, and like. And listen to the monthly, well, it's turning into more than monthly. It's almost turning into weekly because we have this Future Leader series now of the Ripple Effect, designed to activate your personal power out into the world. Always create business for world good. It's what I call following through on your golf swing. Keep going, keep offering, and keep doing wonderful things. Invent things to change the world.
Thank you for listening to the Sages of Industry podcast with Lynne Brodie. If this episode sparked new thinking, take one action today. Identify a single opportunity within your business to better serve clients, engage your team, and create measurable impact. Then move it forward. For more conversations with leaders building businesses for world good, subscribe and share this episode with a colleague or peer. And if you're ready to accelerate performance through strategic activation flow for yourself or your team, connect with Lynne to start the conversation. Until next time, lead, build, and execute with impact.